Shalom from Israel. Dear friends, we celebrate here in Ashdod 19th birthday of our congregation and our ministry. And God has been faithful. And really, what we celebrate, it's the faithfulness of God. Since God called me to Ashdod and showed me supernatural vision about future of Ashdod, and I heard ultimate voice of God, leave everything behind in Tel Aviv, move to Ashdod and start a congregation. Praise the Lord. I say yes to the Lord. It wasn't easy. Lots of adventures. But God has been faithful, and we see from year to year a growth, a victories. We see as people grow deeper in their roots and people getting to know God even more and even better. So many salvations. We have seen so many transformations and transformed lives of people and families by the love of God and love of Jesus. Praise the Lord. We have seen so many people, thousands and thousands of people have heard the gospel here in Israel. Literally, thousands of people have heard the gospel here in Israel. God make our congregation and our ministry as a catalyst for preaching the gospel to people of Israel. But also big part of what we have done, helping poor and needy, taking care of Holocaust survivors, single mothers, those who need our help, embracing Aliyah, return of Jewish families, and until now we help thousands of families every year. So God blessed us to be effective in discipleship, in evangelism, in raising young generation, in starting new congregations out of our base here in Israel, and plant congregations in different cities of Israel, but also to be a blessing through all the trainings and conference and pastoral training for many congregations in the land of Israel. When I see what God has done and what God is doing, I'm so encouraged and so blessed, because it was an easy journey. In all the way we have faced severe persecutions with my posters and my family posters on the walls of the city, the physical persecutions when thousands of Jewish Orthodox people led by rabbis would come to my congregation just to close us down, just to protest. We have seen spiritual attacks and all kinds of attacks. And we did all of that in the midst of the war and rockets flying, and even under fire during the war. We continue to preach the gospel. We'll continue to help poor and needy. We continue to stand with Israel and be a light. Pressed from every side, we continue to carry Yeshua. So we celebrate your 19th birthday. We close in that chapter and move into the 20th year of our ministry. And interesting enough, we're moving into new year with the persecutions and during the war. But I can tell you, I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to see what God is going to do next and how He's going to open heaven and do even more miracles under pressure. And we're all going to see victory of God for Israel, victory of God for those who preach the gospel and love of God here in the land of Israel. So in this note, I want to thank you, dear friend, for being such a faithful friend of Beit Hallel, of our ministry, of all what God is doing here in Israel. You are a vital part of our ministry, and I pray that God will bless you. God will continue to multiply you as He blesses us here in Israel. I want you to know you have a family in Israel, and I'm blessed to know I have family in your nation and your dear friend. Shalom.